Here we go!
The D-pad is a great invention. It allows us to control video games with such precision. Wanna go right? Well, press right. Wanna crouch? Then press down. Wanna go left? Press left. But what if we decided that going left was actually against the law? I don't want to go to jail, and you probably don't want to either. Can I still play and enjoy my good old Mario games with that new law? Well, today we'll try to beat new Super Luigi U Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch without pushing left once. The rules are simple. We are going to try to beat new Super Luigi U without ever pressing the left button on the controller. Does that mean we cannot go left? Well, not really, as the new Super Mario Bros. Series has many ways of changing direction without the need to push that dirty left button. The only place where you can't trick your way out of a left press is on the world map, but for this challenge, I won't even consider those to be cheating. I know Mero and Steve Gaming call those world map presses meta left presses, but I won't even bother with those and will focus single-handedly on the good old gameplay. Now that everything has been set, let's see how far we can get in the game. World 1-1 starts off with a very easy stage. You just need to move to the right in this level, and if you want to go left for some reason, well, you can use one of those slopes and push down to start sliding backwards. That's one of the ways we'll be moving left throughout the challenge without pressing left, so you better take some notes, okay? Because after the video, there's gonna be an exam. 1-2 is not that difficult. I'd say there's only this one jump over there where you have to wait for the blocks to move in that position before making a wall jump to move left. That can prove to be a tiny challenge, but it's not that difficult nonetheless. Oh, and we now learned that wall jumping on a right wall allows us to move left without pushing left. Neat. 1-tower is quite difficult. You're meant to use the cogs and gears to make your way to the top of it, but there's tons of those fire bars everywhere and it's actually super easy to touch one of those and lose a life. That, combined with the fact that to move left, you have to make some wall jumps and hop to keep your left momentum going while landing exactly where you need to be, makes this level a pain in the butt. Thankfully, it is possible and you'll soon reach Boom Boom the Mad Lad. Fighting him is quite easy as there's walls everywhere so you can move freely left and right. 1-3 is a very easy stage that doesn't feature any problem whatsoever. You might be tempted to get a cute baby Yoshi for World 1-4, but I strongly advise against it, as while you're gliding in the air with a cute Yoshi, there's no way to stop you from moving right, and with all of the moving mushroom platforms, you definitely want to be in control. If you're going too fast to the right and need to stop without pushing left, well, a ground pound will do the trick just fine. 1-5 contains lots of evil piranha plants on the way, but I had some power-ups equipped, so I just damage boosted through this one and made my way to the flagpole. 1-Castle is a pretty easy level. Basically, grab those red coins, get your acorn suit, and just glide your way to the boss. Speaking of, Lemmy is a very easy guy to defeat, as you can just wall jump on the walls to make your way back left and use ground pound attacks to hit his head. Bye bye Lemmy. World 2-1 is filled to the brim with those annoying fishy boopkins dudes that want to throw spiky balls at you. Thankfully, it's a very short level, so you won't have too many problems beating it. 2-2 takes place underground and contains lots of pillars moving up and down. Time your jumps and avoid getting crushed in between two and you'll be good. 2-3 contains lots of piranha plants and fire bros throwing out annoying fireballs. I suggest grabbing this baby Yoshi to eat the fireballs and make your life easier and you'll be just fine. 2-tower is all about timing. Get ready to do lots of wall jumps to make your way to the top of that tower, and with moving platforms that don't stay there for too long, you'll have to memorize the patterns if you want to stand a chance. I would say the time limit will be your biggest enemy in this tower, because it limits how many tries you have, but eventually, after learning how to beat every single section, you'll make your way to our favorite Mad Lad and crush his hopes and dreams in a jiffy. While making your way to the next level, you might end up touching a Goomba or a Fire Bro on the world map. And don't worry, Both are pretty easy to beat and will not stop you in any shape or form. 2-4 is a really easy stage containing those big statues, but they never become an issue. Time your jumps and get to the flagpole. 2-5 features more spike enemies dropping spike balls on you, but it's a very easy level. Just use ground pound attacks when needed to cancel your momentum. 2-6 is filled with those spinning platforms and will require you to avoid some piranha plants on the way. Make some precise jumps on the sand geysers and you'll be okay. 2-Castle is a little bit annoying as it contains lots of moving platforms surrounded by lava that will one-hit kill you. Do some ground pound to cancel your momentum when needed and you'll soon reach Morton. Wait for him to hit a couple of pokies out of your way and then proceed to jump on his head to defeat him once and for all. World 3-1 is up and this beach theme level is very easy and will be done without a problem. The same thing can be said about 3-2, which takes place underwater but always wants you to swim right, so you'll clear those two levels in no time. 3-Tower won't be that nice to us though, as this level requires you to make some very precise jumps in between all of the giant spiky skewers. This part is really difficult to do, so my strategy was to use an acorn suit which allowed me to glide to the left side and avoid all of those. Watch out when you get there, because you have to move left over there, and if you end up going up instead, well, you'll be stuck and there's nothing you'll be able to do to get the left momentum. The only way to clear this part is to wall jump on this tiny corner that will give you just enough momentum to make it to Boom Boom. You only have one try though, so don't miss it. Oh, guess what? Boom Boom is really easy to beat, duh! Speaking of being easy to clear, well, 3-Ghost Ship is up, and if you just jump from one box to the next, you'll beat this one just fine. 3-3 wants you to run to the right side as fast as you can, so this level is actually a total joke. 3-4 gives you a penguin suit, and that's exactly what you need to beat this one super easily. Belly slide your way to the end of the stage and you'll clear it. 3-5 takes place underwater, meaning that if we end up having to go left, we're going to be in big trouble. I thought we needed to get pushed left by those boxes at one point, but I soon realized that we just need to make our way up there, so this level is actually quite easy. 3-Castle contains a bunch of bullet bills, and also contains an underwater section, but you just need to move to the right side, so this level is actually super easy to beat. Larry is also a very easy boss to defeat, as per usual. World 4-1 is actually a super difficult level to clear. It's a vertical one forcing you to make your way up there, and there's going to be lots of bruisers on the way. You'll have to make a lot of wall jumps to make your way left, and keeping that momentum requires pinpoint precision to avoid bumping into blocks or getting defeated by the bruisers themselves. Thankfully, it is possible to make your way to the top. Speaking of, once you get to this final part, quickly wall jump off these crates before the bruiser breaks them, or else you will be stuck there forever. 4-2 is a very slippery level featuring lots of seesaws and penguins, but it's super easy to beat it nonetheless. 4-Tower starts off with a big troll. If you go to this elevator platform on the right side, you'll be stuck there and there's nothing you'll be able to do to move back left. Thankfully, this block here is a fake one, so with a very precise wall jump followed by a ground pound attack, you'll be able to make your way to the top without ever pushing left. Whew. Boom Boom is super easy to defeat once again, and yeah, that's it, he's done. Bye! 4-3 is a very easy stage to clear. Just slide to the end of the stage while avoiding the hazards on the way and you'll be good. 4-4 is also a very easy stage that doesn't have anything in your way. And so is 4-5, which contains even more penguin belly sliding fun times. Nice! 4-Ghost House is full of those platforms that move to the right side on their own. Enjoy the ride and you'll beat this one easily. 4-Castle is full of evil thwumpies that wanna crush you, but they're pretty easy to fool. Make sure you have at least one power-up when making your way to the end, as you'll need to damage boost through this one to get to Wendy. Speaking of, this boss fight contains slopes, making it super easy to just move left without ever pressing left. Nice! World 5-Airship is up, and it is an auto-scroller, which makes this quest a little bit more difficult. You'll probably have to cancel your momentum while jumping on those crews with a ground pound, but you'll soon reach Bowser Jr. Defeating this dum-dum is super easy. Just never ever move right and wait for his homing torpedo Teds to crash into him a couple of times to get that W. 5-1 is pretty easy, as all you need to do is to swing from vine to vine to get to the end. Is this new Super Luigi U or Donkey Kong I'm playing? I'm not even sure anymore. 5-2 is very easy if you time your jumps on those moving block platforms. Be smart and you'll be good. 5-3 is home to my most disliked enemies of all times, Brambles. Ugh. Thankfully, they're not that annoying for once, and you'll beat this one in no time. 5-Tower is up, and get ready to die a lot here. Basically, you're meant to chill on this snake block up until it reaches the top of the tower. Obviously, the block eventually makes its way left, meaning you'll have to do so too. The only way to do it is to wall jump off this wall over there and hop to keep your left momentum going to make your way up the staircase. It's really precise and, to be fair, really difficult for nothing. I actually suggest just using an acorn suit to glide, but once that part is done, the final challenge is over there where you need to wall jump and make your way on the snake block before it goes up and blocks your path. Once that is done, all that stands in your way is the big boom boom. But you know what? The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Oh no, I'm running out of battery. Okay, well, I'll be right back. Give me a second here.
While Nico is picking up a new controller, let me tell you about a couple of easy steps to support him in this YouTube quest. Do you enjoy what you see so far? Well, why don't you click that like button? It means a lot to him. Did you know that a lot of viewers of Nico are not even subscribed to his channel? That's kinda cringe, bruh. So make sure you are tapping that big subscribe button.
Alright guys, I'm back. Did I miss anything? 5-Ghost House is next, and this one is not too difficult. Just jump from one box to the next while avoiding the evil boos and you'll be good. 5-4 is a level which requires you to do a lot of precise jumps on those pipes. Use ground pounds to cancel your momentum and you'll soon beat this one. 5-5 is pretty dumb, because you don't even need to play the level. Just ground pound this big statue there and you'll reach the flagpole in no time. 5-6 is full of those sumo bros that send electric shocks down your way. The annoying part about those dudes is that the electricity completely stops your momentum if it hits you, so you'll definitely want to avoid it at all costs. 5-7 wants you to bounce your way to the top of the level, but this is going to be quite difficult to pull without walls to help you move left. The first jump can be cleared because of this tiny block over there, but after that, well, there's no way for you to move left anymore. Sadly, you'll need to do that over there, so yeah, this one will not be possible. Thankfully for us, it is located on a split path on the world map, so we can still make our way to 5-Castle, which is actually super easy and poses no threat to our progression. Iggy is also fairly easy because you can move left and right by doing wall jumps on the side walls. World 6-1 starts off with a tricky jump we have to make over there. We need to wall jump off this wall to make our way to the platform on the left there, but because of that ceiling, it makes it quite difficult to do so. You'll need to slide down and jump from this block to make it. But once that is done, this level will be quite easy to clear. 6-2 is super easy and will not be a problem at all. 6-Tower is also very easy because even though you need to make your way up the tower, there's always walls on both sides, meaning you'll always be able to wall jump to go left when needed. Speaking of easy things, did I tell you guys about Boom Boom? No? Well, he's dead, that's why. 6-3 is yet another vertical level, but thankfully, just like the tower we just cleared, it contains walls for you to wall jump off of everywhere. No worries. In 6-4, you have to make your way up once again, but this time by using this elevator made out of light blocks. Just stay in the middle over there and avoid the enemies, and you'll soon reach the top. Use wall jumps to move left when needed. 6-5 is easy, but I do admit that there are lots of piranha plants on the way, so you'll actually want to be quite careful. 6-Tower number 2 contains those platforms that move left when you spin jump on the screws, so this really helps you out getting to the top. The boss is kind of a pain in the butt though, because you have to move left quite a lot to defeat him. Thankfully, those tiny itsy bitsy mini slopes there can be really helpful to make your way back left. 3 hits and this guy will be out of here. 6-7 is really easy. Basically, just hit these switches and move right with the platforms and you'll be good. 6-Castle is also quite easy. Just jump from one block to the next and you'll soon reach my boy Roy. To defeat him, use those platforms to move left and wait for the perfect moment to strike and attack. World 7-1 is not difficult. Just wait for the Ice Bros to freeze those evil fuzzies and run on their ice block buddy up until you reach the flagpole. 7-2 is also very easy. Just bounce on the wigglers and avoid the chain chomps. 7-3 is also not very difficult. Plus, this level gives you an acorn suit, making it even easier. 7-Tower will ask you to use wall jumps and use your newly acquired acorn suit to glide your way to the left and enter that pipe over there. The boss in this tower is Kamek, and he's not really difficult to beat if you stay near the left side at all times. If you venture too far to the right side, well, just wall jump off one of those blocks to make your way back left. Jump on Kamek and you'll be good. 7-Ghost House wants you to avoid those evil question mark blocks. Slide on the platform to make your way left when needed and you'll soon clear this one. 7-4 is super easy and is filled with lovely, happy, bouncy clouds. Yay! 7-5 is also super easy, as there are tons of lift platforms that will help you get to the end. 7-6 contains a couple of snake blocks, so just be careful that one doesn't block your path and you'll be good. 7-Castle is a very easy level. Just wait for this big block to move back to your left and then run to the right to get to the end. Ludwig is kinda difficult to defeat though, because you have no way of moving back left if you go right. So I suggest just standing in place and using fireballs to quickly defeat him. 7-Airship is a pretty easy level, because of the acorn suit you get near the beginning. Avoid the cannonballs, bombs, and other hazards to make your way to Bowser Jr. Thankfully, this dude is always coming down your way to punch you, so just stand in place and jump on his head 3 times to defeat him. World 8-1 is full of platforms moving up and down in the lava, making some jumps really scary, especially without the ability to move left in case of emergency. Thankfully, it is possible to beat it by being extra careful. 8-2 takes place on a big boat cruising peacefully in the lava. You'll have to clear it of enemies from time to time, but while it is moving right, well, if you jump, you'll actually move left, so that's kinda neat, I guess. 8-3 does contains lots of cogs and gears, and since they're all spinning clockwise, they always push you faster to the right, so speedrun your way to the end and you'll be good. In 8-Tower, you can control those lift platforms by tilting your controller right. So, well, basically tilt it right at all times, move right, and you'll clear it. Welcome to 8-Bowser, the final stop of the day, and the level in itself isn't particularly difficult. Just use ground pounds to cancel your momentum to dodge Bowser Jr.'s attacks, and you'll soon reach the first Bowser fight. Wait for him to jump, run under him, hit that switch, and there we go. We did it. We completed the Oh, wait a minute, Bowser is not dead yet. The final Bowser fight is quite the problem. To defeat him, you need to hop in Bowser Jr.'s Koopa Clown car thingy and then ground pound Bowser's head 3 times. Sadly, there's absolutely no way to move left as there are no walls. I managed to get in the Koopa car once, but I was on the right side of Bowser and he quickly kicked me out of there. It doesn't actually look like it is possible to beat Bowser without pressing left. As Luigi. Why am I saying that? Well, new Super Luigi U got rid of Mario and gave us the ability to play as Nabbit, this little purple rabbit dude. Nabbit is actually pretty strong and cannot get hurt by Bowser or his fireballs, meaning that every attack that hits Nabbit pushes us to the left. Using that very cheap strategy, we can actually move back left and defeat Bowser. Nice, we did it. Is it cheating? Well, it doesn't break the rules, and Nabbit is part of New Super Luigi U, so I guess it counts. So, is it possible to beat New Super Luigi U Deluxe without ever pushing left? Well, yes. Yes, it is. We had to be very creative in finding new ways to move left without actually pushing left, but yes, we did it. And thanks to Nabbit, we even managed to beat the final boss, which is pretty epic. Thank you so much for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, like, and hit that bell to know when the next challenge video drops. Join Team BBQ by clicking the big join button down there if you want your name in the credits like those amazing members, and I will see you in the next one.